Hey there, YouTube, this is Vargas, and I am back again with the last of the DVD updates through Power Movies. Unfortunately, I did not leave the best for last. These are just weird, quirky movies I picked up that looked interesting. For the most part, blind buys a bunch of movies that I have not seen, but I picked up because, again, I like collecting weird. I like collecting like really cool-looking collector sets and different cuts, but I also like collecting weird, obscure movies that maybe I've never seen and maybe not a lot of people have come across. So yeah, let's get started. Picked up starring what's his face, Steven Dorff and Val Kilmer, 13 The Conspiracy. Picked this one up specifically because it's inspired by a European comic book, but I only know it because they released a 13 video game voiced by David Duchovny on the GameCube. So I saw this like, oh crap, I think that's related to that. So I picked it up because of that, because it's based on that video game. Finally added a copy of Marlon Brando on the Waterfront. This is like a crime movie starring Marlon Brando, very young Marlon Brando, released in 1954, so before The Godfather, before Superman, very, very early Marlon Brando. So super happy to add that to the collection. Picked up a movie with Frank Sinatra. I forget that Frank Sinatra was an actor, a very prominent actor, not only a singer. But this is Never So Few with Frank Sinatra. It's a war movie starring him. So yeah, pick that one up. I've never seen that. Surprisingly, I didn't own this movie until now. I've seen it. It's kind of like a downer ending. Well, it's a downer movie in general. Has some really, really like disappointing things. And the thing about movies, I think I've mentioned this before. I watch movies to escape the horrors of real life. So I'm not big into dramas. I like horror movies. I like action movies. I like martial arts movies. I like anime. I like animation. Really gut-wrenching movies are not my cup of tea, but I still watch them once and respect the work that went into them. And Amores Perros is one of those movies that I would recommend people watch at least once. But again, I picked it up and added it to the collection because it has special features. And I haven't seen any special features for that, so I picked it up. That's actually the American release, because the Mexican release has nothing. I don't think it even has the trailer, so I picked up the American release. This one is one of those Christian movies that I've recently I've liked getting. Some of them are weird, some of them are really good, and very touching and nice religious movies. I have nothing against it. At first, I started picking up the weird ones. Like Kurt Cameron's Saving Christmas. That one's weird, but as I've delved into that rabbit hole, I've come across some really good movies, some really, really good, touching movies that I end up enjoying. And this is one that I mostly picked up because it has Shannon Elizabeth. But this is Marshall's Miracle, where this kid finds a dog that was like really, really abused, and he takes care of it. It sounds like it's going to be a really good movie. Picked up Finding Graceland. I don't think I've seen this movie, but it's about this guy that is an older Elvis, and he wants to get somewhere. I'm guessing to Graceland. But yeah, picked that one up. Picked up this, Where Was God? Stories After the Storm. It's an F5 tornado that ripped through Moore, Oklahoma, and it's like people that it's like that. I hate to compare it to this, but it's like that episode in The Simpsons where there's this tornado, this hurricane, and it destroys only Ned Flanders' house, and he's like questioning his faith before other stuff happens. And it's the same thing. It's like how would God allow something like this to happen? It's a religious movie, but sounds very interesting, so pick that one up. I picked up recently the first volume of this, and he had the second volume, so of course I was going to get it. From the director of the Sailor Moon anime, Revolutionary Girl Utena, The Rose Collection 2. So I have the first one, and I think the third one. So now I have the second one, and now I need to track down the fourth one. Picked up a Spotlight, but this one looks weird. I think this might be a Canadian release because it says a Spotlight, but you won't be able to make it out. It says Edition Spéciale, which is French. So I'm guessing this is like a Canadian release, which I hope my Blu-ray will play. If it's Region 1, it will play, but this is the story about the reporters that broke the case with the with the church and stuff that happened. So yeah. Picked up Papillon. I have the original Papillon, which is about these two people that want to escape this really, really horrible prison. The original one stars Steve McQueen. This was stars Charlie Hunnam and Rami Malek, who played, if I remember correctly, played Freddie Mercury. So, again, another one of those gut-wrenching. But I have the original one, so I wanted to get the remake to compare them. Picked up Dressed to Kill. This is one of the old Sherlock Holmes movies, starring Basil Rathbone. And, picked up that. Picked up this one. The copy's kind of beat up, but the disc is fine. El Infierno. This is a very, very interesting Mexican movie about this person that is deported from the U.S. He goes back to his home country, and he gets involved with the narcos, the narco rich. Soy un poderoso y rico narcotraficante, would say Brendan Fraser in Bedazzled. I always quote that. Soy un poderoso. Wait, what's he say? Oh shit! Now I can't remember it. Soy un rico y poderoso narcotraficante with that accent. So yeah, it's basically the like, it's kind of like Scarface. It's like the rise and fall of this guy that goes to work with the narcos, and then all the stuff that happens to him. So yeah, it's a really good movie, but it's very raw. It's very Picked this one for my son because he really likes monster trucks. Blaze and the Monster Machines, Heroes of Axel City. He really, really likes monster trucks. Gravedigger is his favorite monster truck, and he also likes Max D. So yeah, picked up this one because he'll really like it. Picked up a Third Person starring Liam Neeson. I thought this would be an action movie because the cover looks like an action movie, but it's more like a romantic comedy. So that was kind of false advertising, but yeah. Picked up Grace Card, another religious movie. I don't know if what this one is about, but I picked it up. Picked up my third copy of Penelope. I have a copy of Penelope, but the disc is pretty messed up. And then when I got together with my wife, she had a copy of Penelope, but her disc is also messed up. So this is hopefully the one that I can use to fix that. Neither one of our copies has the slip, and it has a nice glittery slip, and the box looks pretty cool, and the disc is also in very, very nice shape. So this will replace one of our copies. I'll keep my wife's copy because it's sentimental to her. She used to work at a video store. So when she would buy a lot of movies, well, she wouldn't buy a lot of movies, but she liked the movies. She bought the movies that she liked, and one of them was Penelope, starring Christina Ricci, James McAvoy, Catherine O'Hara, and Reese Witherspoon. It's kind of like a fairy tale where Christina Ricci has like a pig's nose, and you won't be able to see it through the glare, but she has a pig nose, and she has to fall in love for it to disappear. Really good movie, but again, this is an upgrade because both our discs are messed up, and it comes with the slip. So that's always good. And the last one is a dubious. I don't think he intended it to be this way, but this looks like a bootleg. But supposedly it's a special edition of Jet Li's The One. I have Jet Li The One, but I bought because the cover looks different, and it says special edition, so I'm assuming it'll probably have a bunch of special features, but again, I don't know if maybe it's an international release, but the paper stock looks weird. The disc looks weird, and it says whereas most DVD releases that I've purchased says they are region 1. This says it's region all. Questionable. But it doesn't look like it's a the disc doesn't look like it's a DVD knockoff, because when it's a pirate, I have come across pirated DVDs. The disc is bluish, and the sticker would look out of place. This one, the sticker doesn't look. It must be a really good bootleg, because the sticker doesn't look like it's just a cheapo sticker. It actually looks printed, but it still looks weird. It also says I don't know. I'll have to do some research. Hoping it's not a bootleg, but it's either a really well done bootleg, and he didn't realize it, which I don't blame him. You know, he comes across stuff, and I've come across stuff from flea markets that I've bought, and they look weird, but they turn out to be like bootlegs. But this looks like a really good bootleg, so I'll have to pop it in and see what happens. But yeah, picked it up because it on the back it says it has special features, and the copy that I have doesn't have any special features except the trailer. So yeah, we'll see. But it looks weird. Yeah, that was the last collection pickup video for this round of stuff. I actually forgot to recommend the best one. Forgot to recommend the best DVD on the last video. I'll go with E.T. and Captain America, the Winter Soldier. And for this one, I'm gonna go a little off-brand, and I'm gonna recommend Penelope. That's a really good one. It's a nice, like, fairy tale story. I like that one quite. Yeah, thanks so much for watching and for bearing with me, hanging on to. I think it's gonna be like a 5 episode video series. I still have not as much stuff. I still have some stuff to talk about from stuff that I got through Movie Free Bazaar. It hasn't been that long since I've gone to visit him. It's only been like 2 weeks, maybe. So that one will probably only be a 2-1. And if you are interested in horror, I do pick up horror movies, but those go to Professor Macabro. YouTube search Professor Macabro, and the guy that looks like a horror character, that's him. And we talk about horror movies in his channel. So if you like horror movies and you question why I say I love horror movies but don't showcase anything, it's because it all goes to Professor Macabro and his channel. So check him out. But thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for hearing me go on and on about movies and weird movies that I pick up. If you would be so kind to leave a comment or a like, I would greatly appreciate it. And because of personal stuff, which always bugs me, I have fallen behind in the people that I follow. I have tried to cut up, but I do apologize because I have really fallen behind in watching YouTube stuff because of stuff. If just I don't want to talk about it, but yeah, I'll try to rectify that and set up some time to watch other people's stuff and comment and like their stuff, because I do enjoy the people I follow. But yeah, next time you see me, I have to clear up the memory on the disc. I won't be able to record it in this sitting, so stay tuned for that. But again, before I keep rambling on, thanks so much for watching. Please stay safe, take care during these still crazy times, and I'll see you in the next video.